vibes.
You can't see
Awesome.
what we see, but
It's
like
funny.
whenever I hit live,
Yeah.
we are farther back.
It's like a widescreen,
And then
and
all
then
of a
as soon as
sudden-
you hit live, we like.
Boom.
So like we're all set, everything looks good, we're ready to go, and then the live starts, and it's like we've gone from here to like like half my face is in the picture. There's no reason for it. So
Yeah, it's messed up.
it's just strange, and sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, so, well, that's a little glimpse in the behind the scenes.
Good old yes.
So we want to talk about hangovers.
Oh yes. 'Tis the season.
And not just an alcohol hangover.
No, there are lots of types of body hangover essentially that
Yeah.
you can get from
There's a
various
fitness
things.
hangover.
Mhm.
There is a meat hangover.
Mhm.
There is a food coma hangover. There is
Sure.
a sugar hangover.
Mhm.
There are all different types of hangovers, and we really have to recognize like what hangover we're going through.
Mhm.
So,
Sure.
Conor was talking to a client today, and she was talking about how she's been eating really good and da 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 da, and then she had some Christmas baking and some treats and blah blah blah, and now today she just feels horrible.
Yeah, she wasn't feeling it today.
And he's like, it's a hangover.
Yeah, literally. And I equated it to drinking all
Mhm.
night. So yeah, what happens is your body adjusts and becomes more efficient and operates at a certain thing, and then when you go back and you reintroduce the the habits that you had before, and then your body's like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then it sort of starts to adjust to the fact it's like, okay, are we going back to the way we were before? In that case, I have to do X, Y, and Z, or is this just a blip and we're getting back to whatever? But like that sort of shell shock feeling is the hangover that we're talking about.
And your body likes to feel good. Your
True.
body likes to run efficiently. Your
Mhm.
body likes to be fueled. So when you do cram it full of crap or alcohol or whatever, or even working out too much,
Mhm. Overstress.
your body will like shut down, break down, and then your mind starts to like play all the types of tricks on you and have a temper tantrum and stuff like that. Because your brain doesn't care what your body's doing. Your brain likes to feel good all the time. So if that's sugar or whatever, your dopamine is just constantly like, ooh, let's do this. And your body's like, no, back away. Yeah. So sugar is a big one. Sugar is the most addictive substance on the planet.
Mhm.
And it's something that you just can't get away from. Like, it's in every single thing. So you really have to be conscious if you're trying. Like,
Yep.
How many times have we tried to, like, eliminate sugar?
Mhm.
982,000 times?
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard to get away from. And us as trainers, as people who, myself, have been dieting for years and stuff like that, it's just, it's the number one addictive substance. Like, it's just,
And companies know that it has an addictive, like it literally is addictive. So what they do is they add it to everything. And then what happens is your body becomes accustomed to the taste of it. And then you seek that taste. And that's why literally sugar isn't ketchup. Sugar isn't like things that you wouldn't even think. They add it in, and they literally do, scientific tests, and they do, research groups, and they're like, and it's like, okay, well now it tastes too sugary. Okay, well, we're going to back it down just enough so that you can't taste it anymore. But it's in there because we know that it's going to have the reaction in the brain. And yeah, it's pretty crazy what they're able and, allowed to do when it comes to putting stuff in your food and that type of thing.
And then even the sweeteners that are classified as 0 calorie and stuff. So like, I know that when I first started my journey, I was super addicted to Diet Coke, and I thought, well, it's Diet Coke. I'm drinking, Diet Coke. It's good. And yeah, aspartame, that's what I was looking for. And my trainer at the time said to me, she's like, this is actually worse for you than like eating actual sugar. And I'm like, no, it's not. She's like, I bet you. She actually bet me. She's like, $20. She's like, if you quit Diet Pop for 1 month, you will lose 10 pounds. And I'm like, if I lose 10 pounds from quitting Diet Pop, dude, I'm in. And so I quit Diet Pop, and I lost 10 pounds, and I owed her $20. And it was crazy. Like, my body just after, I think it was about 15 days, just wanted water. Like, for the first time ever wanted water. And I was like, oh, I didn't really drink water a lot, hardly ever actually. I would just drink Diet Coke after Diet Coke after Diet Coke. And I remember thinking, I'm like, wow, I actually am craving water? Like, the heck? And so my body was just like doing all the things, repairing all the things, doing what it needed to, function properly. And water was a big key for me to, get back into my body working properly. And you've always been preaching water since we met.
True.
So yeah, for me to like,
I grew up
look at
drinking
you,
water like
water.
crazy.
Like, and he drinks gallons of water a day, and he has since we've been together 22 years. Yeah, forever. And you've always drank water. You've never drank milk. You never really drank pop or juice. Like the
It's
odd
weird
time.
though, because this morning, like, I normally have tea and then I drink coffee, and this morning I didn't make tea for whatever reason, and I just boiled the water, and then I'm like, all right, well, I don't know, either we're short on tea or whatever the circumstance was, and then I just drank the hot water this morning, and it actually felt really, really good. I was like, the taste of hot water, I was like, I've never actually done that before, and I was like, oh, that's actually, that's might be one of my morning staples, because I've been trying to get my stomach under control. So this morning I actually drank a cup of hot water, and it was fantastic. So
it's because I made the miso soup yesterday and I didn't make tea. So I just boiled water.
Yeah.
Miso soup, so good.
Also good. Yep. Again, water. There's salt in there though.
And then, a lot of fruits and vegetables have tons and tons of water. So think of like a grape. So would you choose a grape over a raisin?
Frozen grapes.
Obviously the grape, because it has more water, it has more density, it's going to make you fuller faster. Whereas the raisins, you can eat like 90 of them and be like, it doesn't really do much for me. Whereas the grape...
The other thing is the raisins are covered in sugar.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, they're covered in sugar. So, yeah, they're tasty. Yep. But, I mean, if you're a raisin person.
Yep.
That's it. And so, yeah, you can have different types of hangover, even a fitness hangover. Like, you've just worked out every single day for months and months on end, and then your body's just, like, done. And I remember our coach, Jo, sitting on the stairs crying because she had done workouts every single day. She had been hitting 10,000 or more steps a day, and she just couldn't. One night, she just broke down, and she's like, I can't do this every day. Like, my body needed rest, and she took some rest, and it was like a whole new thing happened for her, and it was amazing to watch the transformation and be okay with not getting 10,000 steps. It was a mind thing for her, and now she's like, I listen to my body, I rest when I want to rest.
She slept in yesterday.
Yeah, and a lot of times when I notice my clients struggling because they've been counting calories and doing whatever program that they want to do, I support whatever program they're doing, and I can see the frustration and I can see the overwhelm. I put them on a diet break, and we call it a diet break in the bombshells, and what it is just 1 week of nothing. So you do not count calories, you do not exercise, you do not do anything, you just take a break for 1 week and reset yourself. And if you eat shitty the whole entire time, that's a choice, but you can rest, but you just can't quit. So we do that because they're hungover from doing the calorie counting and the, constant macros and meal planning and doing all the things that they're supposed to do. But after a while, it can get super, super frustrating if you don't know how to intuitively eat and intuitively move your body all the time, because you're in such a regimented system, because you're trying to pick up all the habits and learn everything, blah, 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 blah. And then I give them that week and they're just like, that was amazing. Like, it just resets them. And a lot of people come back from it and 10 times stronger and see massive results after. So
a lot of people, when they do that as well, like, the reason that they're clinging so hard or they're stressing out so bad is that they don't want to have that setback or fall back or whatever it is. And when you sort of give them permission to take that week and just sort of step back and realize again that this isn't a magic formula that we're giving them, that they have to do step 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. It's a matter of changing the way you're thinking and adjusting your lifestyle, because this isn't a finite amount of time program that you're going to do and then it's going to last forever. This is something that you are going to adapt and change with for the rest of your life. And as you become more conscious of what you're doing, more aware of, all of the different things that involves with a healthy lifestyle over a long period of time.
We always tell people when they first start, this is just a stepping stone.
Mm-hmm.
You won't do this forever. You won't be with us forever, but you will continue these habits and all of these things that we're teaching you, you'll be able to do on your own.
Yep.
And they get super freaked out, and they're like, no. Like, I'm allowed to stay. I'm like, you're allowed to do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can be here forever if you want. Mm-hmm.
And most of the time they stay, they've adapted all the habits, they can totally do it, but they love the support and accountability, and that's just the one thing that we go really hard on. And
they become part of a community as well.
Yeah,
like support with everybody else, and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the things I'm the most proud of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So proud of them. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Just makes me so happy.
They killed it today. And again, today was a really hard leg workout. I did it on purpose because, I saw who was in the class, and I was like, all right, it's been a while since we pushed. And we definitely pushed. We took one break, and
I could hear you on
killed
fire this morning.
That was good times.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was like, ooh, Conor's fired up.
Yeah.
You would never know it because he's so.
I was a little bit. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm so lethargic all the time. Yesterday I was a little bit like I felt cold and I couldn't sort of get my group going. So today I was like, forget it. I'm not, sliding into that. I'm gonna pump up the energy and drink my hot water, and it was a good time. You
used to suffer hangovers all the time from work. A work hangover.
Stress.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Stress hangover.
Stress is absolutely a thing that you need to acknowledge, and you need to learn how you deal with it. Yeah, because otherwise it's definitely a thing. And again, part of the workout today, we were throwing knees and throwing punches, and it wasn't a matter of just, doing the motion. It was literally a matter of me putting my face right in the thing, being like, all right, now's your chance. Like, pretend you're hitting me. Like, get it out. And it was a matter of like, okay, we're doing high knees, but we're not just lifting our legs. We're actually like hit the knee as hard as you can. And they were exhausted at the end, but I could tell that some of them were just like, oh, it's so much better.
That's what they needed. It's Wednesday. It's
middle of the week. It's the first week of December where people are just starting to think about Christmas and elves and all that stuff that you have to deal with. And so it's just, we're beginning the part of a long haul. Everyone's sort of, that last several weeks before the end of the year, and then everything's going to magically change, 2021. And so we're just trying to push, keep everybody motivated and excited, and
it was funny.
Get a little bit of that spark back.
Me and Nola did some baking yesterday, and one of my clients messaged me, and she's like, "What are you gonna do with all that baking?" I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna freeze it, so then we have some throughout all of Christmas." And she's like, "Isn't it super fattening?" And I'm like, "Well, no. I made sweet potato brownies, and we made the really bad one was probably the cookies, and the cracker thing. Me and Lucas didn't really like it. It's too sweet, and then Nola loved it, of course. But Nola, I said to her, I'm like, hey, you can't have all these things because you get sick when you have too much sugar. She's like, I do? And I'm like, yeah, every time that you have too much sugar, you legit, like, projectile vomit everywhere. I'm like, so you have to really check in with your body. And so she went to go have another cookie, and I saw her reach for the cookie, and then she kind of went,
thought about it,
put the cookie down and walked away and grabbed her bottle of water, and I'm like, yes! I'm like, I didn't have to say anything to her. It was on the tip of my tongue, like, don't touch that cookie. She'd already had 2 cookies, and I was like, no, like, you can't have any more of that. So that was really cool.
Sometimes the lesson is just to let it happen now, and then deal with the consequences as it. But I didn't feel like cleaning up puke yesterday, so I'm glad she didn't have that experience.
Yeah, she totally checked in with herself. It was so cute to watch, and like so like awesome, because kids usually don't do that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna peace out because we got stuff to do,
class
kids
to get ready for,
get up, all that stuff. So I hope that you all have an amazing Wednesday. Check out day 2 of 25 Days of Value. It is all about how to use your bag salads and don't let them go rotten in your fridge. All right, guys, have an amazing day. We are out.
Outro.
Peace.
Bye.